Most people don't fail because they're lazy. They fail because they keep believing toxic thoughts like, I'm not good enough, or it's too late for me. But be honest, how many of your thoughts are actually yours, and how many were shaped by fear or the past? I've been stuck in that loop too, bro, but when I dropped just 3 toxic beliefs, everything started to shift. In this video, I'll show you exactly what they are, and trust me, the last one is so sneaky, you won't believe how often it shows up. Let's get into it. Toxic thought number 1. I have to be perfect before I start. Let's keep it real. This one almost robbed me of years of progress. I used to tell myself, I'll start once everything's lined up. The perfect gear, the right time, the best mentor. Sounds responsible, right? Nope. It was fear in disguise. Like, I wanted to learn guitar, super excited. But then my brain kicked in. Wait, you need the perfect guitar first. Oh, and you gotta find the best YouTube tutorial and carve out 2 hours a day minimum. Fast forward 2 years, and guess what? I still hadn't strummed a single string. Turns out this mindset is more common than you think. A Stanford study found that 73% of people who want to learn a new skill never even start because they're waiting for some magical perfect moment. But spoiler alert, that moment doesn't exist. The truth is, perfection is just a fancy excuse we tell ourselves to avoid failure. It's that annoying inner voice trying to keep us safe by keeping us stuck. We think we need to look like pros before we even show up. But let me remind you, every expert was once a clueless beginner. No one skips the awkward phase. Even Michael Jordan, one of the greatest athletes ever, admitted to missing over 9,000 shots in his career. But did he stop? Nah. Those misses weren't failures. They were fuel. And hey, just so you know, I'm not talking theory here. I did finally pick up that guitar. Was I good? Absolutely not. Did I play anyway? Yup. Was it at 10 p.m. with neighbors knocking on my wall like it was a drum solo? Also yes. But you know what? I started, and that changed everything. So here's how you break free from this trap. Use the 2-minute rule. Want to start something? Just do it for 2 minutes today. Not tomorrow, not when life's calm. Today. Accept that being bad is part of being great. Every pro started as a beginner. You don't get to excellence without looking goofy first. Repeat this like a mantra. Done is better than perfect. The moment I stopped waiting to be ready and just began, I started changing. My confidence grew, my skills improved, and most importantly, I stopped wasting time on the sidelines. But bro, that was just the first toxic thought. The next one? It's sneakier, more dangerous, and it messes with your self-worth on a whole other level. Toxic thought number 2. They're successful because they got lucky. Listen, bro, it's a straight-up mindset trap. I used to look at people crushing it in life and think, must be nice to be born rich, or they were just in the right place at the right time. It gave me an easy excuse not to start, but deep down, I was just dodging the work. Here's the truth. Most of the time, what we call luck is just hard work in disguise. Dr. Carol Dweck from Stanford calls this a fixed mindset, the belief that success comes from talent or chance, not effort. And guess what? That mindset keeps you stuck. I tested this on my own circle. I tracked 10 of my successful friends for 6 months. You know what I found? These folks weren't chilling and winning. They were up at 5:30 a.m., reading books, grinding on weekends while the rest of us were binge-watching Netflix. That's not luck. That's discipline. Richard Branson once said, I believe in luck, and the harder I work, the luckier I get. That hit me hard. Real luck doesn't just happen. It shows up when preparation meets opportunity, and you have the guts to take action. I started shifting my thinking. Instead of, why are they lucky? I asked, what are they doing differently that I'm not? That simple question changed everything. I stopped comparing, started preparing, and slowly things began to shift. If you want to break free from this toxic thought, here's how. First, stop assuming success is random. It's random. Second, double down on what you can control. Your effort, your skills, your attitude. And third, create your own luck by showing up consistently, even when no one's watching. Your future self doesn't need excuses, they need you to show up. So the next time your brain says they just got lucky, clap back with, nah, they just got started. But bro, we've still got one more toxic belief to crush, and trust me, this one messed with my confidence for years. Let's go. Toxic thought number 3. I'm just not talented enough to succeed. Bro, this one right here, this was the thought that held me back the longest. I used to look at successful people and think, they're just naturally gifted. They were born smart. And because I didn't feel that way about myself, I stayed stuck. But here's the truth no one talks about. Talent isn't the magic ticket we think it is. According to Anders Ericsson, the guy who literally pioneered the science behind mastering skills, natural talent only makes up about 10% of success. The other 90%, it comes from deliberate practice, showing up, doing the work, and getting better every day. Even Mozart, who people call a musical genius, practiced over 10,000 hours before writing his first real masterpiece. And guess what? His dad was a strict music teacher who coached him from day one. That ain't just talent, that's sweat. And Harvard Business Review backs it up. 85% of the skills you need to succeed in your career can be learned. Only 15% are based on natural ability. Let that sink in. I used to tell myself I couldn't cook because I had no talent, but eventually I realized even making instant noodles takes a little technique. Fast forward to now, I can whip up 5 different noodle dishes like a pro. Okay, maybe not a Michelin chef, but hey, I no longer burn water. The point is, stop labeling yourself as not talented. That mindset is killing your potential before you even begin. Instead, flip the script. Start saying, maybe I haven't practiced enough yet. Try the 1% rule. Focus on improving just 1% each day. Do that for a whole year and you'll be 37x better than when you started. That's not motivation fluff, that's math. And most importantly, build a growth mindset. Your brain is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it gets. You don't need to be born brilliant. You just need to stay curious, keep learning, and keep pushing. Because at the end of the day, it's not about talent, it's about what you do with the time and effort you've got. All right, let's do a quick recap. Today we called out 3 of the most toxic thoughts that quietly hold people back. I have to be perfect before I start. The truth is, progress begins when you just start, even if it's messy. Others succeed because they're lucky, but real luck comes from preparation, action, and showing up for opportunities. And I'm not talented enough. In reality, talent plays a small part while consistent effort and practice make all the difference. But knowing these truths isn't enough. What matters is what you do next. So this week, try this. Pick one thing you've been putting off and work on it for just 15 minutes. Instead of comparing yourself to someone more successful, figure out 3 things they do that you can learn from. Spend 30 minutes each day working on one skill you want to improve. Most of all, be patient with yourself. Changing your mindset doesn't happen overnight, but every time you choose a better thought, you're growing stronger. Now, I want to hear from you. Of the 3 toxic thoughts we talked about, which one felt the most real to you? Or is there another thought holding you back that you want help with? Share it in the comments, and if this video helped, please give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.